Hello chess lovers, I have another mega aggressive attacking game for you played by Rashid Nezhmetdinov against N. Kosolapov. The game was played in 1936 in Kazan. Kosolapov started with e4 and e5 by Nezhmetdinov, knight f3, knight c6, knight c3, knight f6. We see the 4 knights game and d3. Well, actually, usually in this position white is playing bishop b5. This is of course more active than d3, which looks a bit passive. And in return, Nezhmetdinov plays d5. He's playing very active chess. He takes d5, knight takes d5, bishop e2, bishop b4. Already there is too much pressure on c3, and white is playing bishop d2. Black castles kingside, knight e4 and bishop e7. Well, actually placing the knight on f4 square would have been better, eyeing on g2 square, and if we move like castling kingside, then simply bishop takes d2 followed by f5. The knight on f4 square stands very active and black can organize a dangerous attack, but instead after knight e4 we see bishop e7, white castles kingside, f5, knight g3, and as Nezhmetdinov was a very aggressive player, he played g5. He is starting a pawn storm on the king side. Knight e1, a very passive move, playing h3. If g4, then white can capture on g4. This continuation would have been better, but instead after g5 we see this chicken move, knight e1. Knight f4 and f3, which is weakening white's king side too much. Actually, capturing on f4, getting rid of this strong knight on f4 square would have been better, and then playing knight h5. But instead, after knight f4, we see f3, bishop c5. Black is immediately exploiting the weakness of g1 a7 diagonal, king h1, rook f6. The rook is coming on h file in order to shoot at white king. c3, bishop e6. This bishop e6 is acting against queen b3 check, but actually playing rook h6 straight away was also playable. If queen b3 check, then bishop e6. And now if we move like queen takes b7, this can be catastrophic for white. Black can play g4 with a threat of rook takes h2 followed by queen h4 checkmate. Let's go back, but after c3 we see bishop e6, knight c2, rook h6, bishop e3. White wants to get rid of this powerful bishop on c5 square, but in this position Nezhmetdinov played g4 and sacrificed the bishop on c5. White accepted the sacrifice, bishop takes c5, but this g4 move has already opened up this diagonal, and the queen jumps on h4 with a direct mating threat. Bishop g1 and simply queen takes g3, this time threatening queen g2 checkmate. Knight e1, bishop d5, b4, here comes knight h5, a very cunning move, but of course the queen can't be captured because of this knight takes g3 checkmate. After knight h5 we see bishop f2, queen f4, and f takes g4, which is losing on the spot. Well, actually playing queen c1 would have been better, trying to exchange the queens. If g3, then bishop g1, of course not queen takes f4, because after knight takes f4 both bishops are hanging. And if bishop g1, then queen h4, and now queen takes h6 can be very dangerous because of this g takes h2. Right now the threat is mate in 1. And if bishop takes h2, then knight g3 check, and then black can capture on e2 as well, and the queen, it's over. Let's go back. After queen f4 we see f takes g4, and now you can pause the video and try to find Nezhmetdinov's next moves. Ready? Actually there is a mate in 3. Nezhmetdinov played queen takes h2 check, and after this amazing queen sacrifice he played knight g3 check, this time sacrificing the knight, and after king takes g3 we see this brutal checkmate on the board, f4, and this is a checkmate. I really love such games when you are sacrificing countless pieces and then mating your opponent with a pawn. Look at this fantastic position. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions don't hesitate to leave your comments. Good luck.